Woo! Welcome, Sassins, to this week's vlog. Right on time, if not early, depending on whether or not I post it today, which is Monday, or tomorrow. Probably going to post it tonight. So, I did get in a few questions from the last video, but I'm going to cover a few updates and things before I get to that. All right. First update is I've been streaming. I haven't been streaming games, which I should have, but I have been streaming my full-length routines in the mornings and sometimes on the weekends. It's been about 2 times per week. I haven't got a set schedule yet, and because I'm going to Sundance, the entire thing might be screwed. Unless I could probably stream from my laptop in my hotel room? That would be pretty interesting, actually. You know what? I'm going to try and plan for that, if my laptop is working by the time I leave. Both my work laptops have gone kaput! So I've been streaming full-length routines, and I will stream them when I record them. So yeah. Full-length routines being recorded, going to YouTube. This might be confusing right now. I will be putting up another one today, hopefully. If not today, then tomorrow, and it will be a chest routine. An update about my routines in general and how I'm exercising now. Previously, it was primarily calisthenics, and I apologize if that is the routine that you're looking for now, but my cosplay group has collectively decided to do another Thor/Marvel cosplay group this year because Ragnarok is coming out. Thor Ragnarok. I don't know. Is there a trailer for that or something? That's coming out. So I believe we are trying to capitalize on the popularity of that movie. So I will, in order to not look like a huge bitch carrying around a 43-pound hammer and just like dragging it behind me, I am going to be working out with that a lot now. So a lot of my routine is going to be slowly consumed by good old Mjolnir here. So it's going to be technically weightlifting, although it's still a very atypical routine because of the nature of the hammer and how top heavy it is. Great forearm exercise, by the way. Still going to do a lot of calisthenics, but it's probably going to be split 50-50 between like 33 between resistance bands, calisthenics, and weightlifting. So, on to the questions. From Derek Inezi. I am so sorry if I pronounced that terribly wrong. But his question is, what are my favorite games of the 2000 era? PS2, Xbox, and to that I say, take a look behind me! So it is clearly Halo, Brute Force. I love you, Brute Force. Not anybody else loves Brute Force, but if you like Brute Force, please nerd out with me on Brute Force, and maybe we can even play online. They probably took those servers down. Anyway, so Brute Force, a lot of JRPGs on the PlayStation 2. I mean, Final Fantasy X, obviously. Star Ocean. Actually, no, I take that back. Not Star Ocean. God, this is going to be a huge tangent. But anyway, Tales games. Tales games were still great back then. They're getting worse now. Same with Final Fantasies. Yeah, Tales. Kingdom Hearts, for sure. Not the mobile ones. Those are all terrible. 1 and 2 are the only good Kingdom Hearts games. Yeah, Halo, the Zelda, the Super Smash Brothers, and Mass Effect. Yeah, I love Mass Effect. And Oblivion, I thought was better than Skyrim. This is probably really annoying to listen to and watch. Borderlands, Fable was awesome. Resident Evil. I'm the kind of person who has 50 top 1 games. Far Cry 2. One of my most favorite open world games of all time. In that similar vein, where is it? Red Faction Guerrilla. Those 2 games, in my opinion, severely underrated. So yeah, pretty much everything on this wall, with the exception of the Xbox One games, obviously. Another question coming from, I apologize, a person whose name that I cannot pronounce. I believe it is Russian. I hope so. I'm very uncultured. Still have a ways to go on that front, so please forgive me. But they asked if I can sing. I've never really tried to sing before, other than in the shower, when I know that it is obviously annoying to everybody else who I live with. Sometimes I'll try and do like some weekend high-pitchy stuff. Also, warranting people shooting off their ears. But I would say no, I cannot sing. I would love to sing. See? No use. So no, I cannot sing. Would love to. Play an instrument. I dabbled in the piano a while back. Not enough to actually be able to play anything. It is still something that this year I'm actually looking to take lessons for the piano. So hopefully by the end of the year I'll be able to do Hot Cross Buns or Twinkle Twinkle Little Happy Birthday. And I got the question of what do I do for Oculus? Now, this has changed vastly within the past year. Starting before Christmas of last year, I was hired on as a demo specialist, and that means that if anybody wanted a demo, I would be the person to give it, and I would be the person to train other people on how to do that. So I would have to be able to set up an Oculus virtual reality demo wherever. They sent me to New York. They sent me to a bunch of various other places to be self-sufficient in this regard. And getting better and better at that, understanding more of the product, mastering the product, and how events work, I got kind of a raise, kind of a promotion. I now am heavily involved in the planning process for events. So whereas before, when I was hired on, it's like I didn't really have a say. It was just like, go here, do this, do that. They don't sound that that angry ever, usually, mostly. But yeah, now I have more of a say in like, hey, this would be more effective at this event, and sometimes they'll even hand me events and be like, here, you take care of it. And I will, so far, to a satisfactory degree. Also, my brother works alongside me. We have pretty much the same job with nuances between the two. I forgot what this point was. Oh, yes. Okay, so my brother and I are pretty much the biggest nerds on the Oculus team. We are the biggest gamers. We are the biggest representation of their target demographic. So they are starting to understand that more, and we are starting to, again, have more say, which with your job, having the ability or having the power and responsibility to undertake your own passions and do things as you see fit is invaluable, and it should be everyone's goal. I'm not sure that this is my career right now. I love virtual reality, been reading science fiction books my entire life. Neuromancer is my favorite book of all, along with a few others, my favorite book of all time, which is one of the pioneering virtual reality books. So this is definitely a dream come true. But, I am dedicated to building a fully fledged, badass nerd army and helping out in other places where I can. So if I can get into that type of work with virtual reality, which I believe virtual reality makes everything better, especially education, then it would very well be a career. But events, I'm not an event guy. I don't have a marketing mindset. I see a Coke commercial and I don't want to buy a Coke. I see product placement. I don't understand why it's there. Marketing has never really synchronized with me unless it's something very obvious, like a commercial for the next Halo, and then my mind is blown and I'm melted in my chair. But yeah, so it's probably not the appropriate place for me. But being competent, passionate, dedicated, and flexible for a company that you care about will get you very far. So, the last question from XX Soup 3 Mario XX Super Mario is, what products do I use in my lion's mane? I will preface by saying that I wouldn't use my hair as an example of sort of magnificence or, a lion's mane, as much as that is highly flattering. I suck at taking care of my hair. I think I just lucked out with good hair genetics, but it's like split ends everywhere. You see the stringly dinglies coming out of the top of my head. I just use shampoo and conditioner. I think coconut, because I like the scent of it. But if you're talking about beard, again, this beard isn't that great. This genetics did not bless me with a good beard. The closer you get, the more you see in between the hairs and into the skin. And it's just not a good sight. I don't use any product on my beard, although I probably should. But really quick, for tips that I've learned, I don't exactly do, but I've learned, is cut your hair every couple months if you want long hair. It helps keep it healthy, helps it grow faster. And shampoo and condition, but don't condition every day. Condition like every third day. I'll do, or I used to when I was dedicated, shampoo one day, nothing the next day. I'd still take a shower to clean myself and soap up, and then conditioner the next day and do like a cycle of 3. And then get a wet hair comb and brush from bottom to top, so you don't like brush from the top and then just rip all of your hair out while combing it. Let's see, are there any other tips? Don't actually use a towel when you dry your hair. I think I heard that a shirt is better. For me, I don't actually do this to my hair. I squeeze it out, try and get as much water as I can, and then I put the towel over it and I just hold it down, and I nap it, or whatever you would call that. Just press it in and try and absorb the water. I don't have any other tips than that. So, I think we covered a lot of ground today in this vlog. Assassins, look forward to the full-length chest routine coming out today or tomorrow. I also have a bazillion other footages for other videos that I recorded. The Rantview, the Final Fantasy 15 Rantview, the Final Fantasy 15 VGFP. We did another Dungeons and Dragons episode, but editing those is taking more time than I wanted because I had to find blah 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 blah. So those probably won't be back or be up before I leave for Sundance. But I will do my damnedest. That's why this video for sure and the full-length routine will be up. So, as always, until fate next brings us together, and never stop playing video games.